Today, we're going to talk about something that feels, well, universal right now. It's this deep, unshakable exhaustion. And I'm not just talking about being sleepy. It's more like this is just the default setting for modern life. So what is actually going on here?
So, let me just ask you straight up. Do you feel it? You know that feeling, it's not panic, it's not even really sadness. It's just this sense that something's a little off. Like you're walking around feeling heavy.
Yeah, that's it. It's like this low-level hum of exhaustion, just buzzing in the background of your life all the time. A constant weight that can make even the smallest tasks feel monumental. And isn't it weird? We've got all this incredible technology that's supposed to save us time and make life easier, but if you ask anyone, they'll probably just say they're really, really tired.
And this right here is so important to get. This feeling, it is not a personal failing. You are not lazy. The reason you're so exhausted is because your attention, your focus, has literally become a commodity, and it's being mined from you every single day.
So that brings us to a new way of thinking about this. We need to stop treating it like some individual problem we each have to solve on our own. It's more like an invisible epidemic, a shared condition that we're all swimming in, thanks to this world of digital overwhelm.
All right, so if this is an epidemic, what's the diagnosis? Let's dive into this idea of stolen focus. We're going to look at what some really smart people are saying about why it feels like our collective ability to just pay attention is completely broken.
Okay, so think of it like this. On one side, you've got the huge systemic cause. Johann puts it perfectly. Our environment is literally designed to smash our concentration into a million tiny pieces. And then, on the other side, you have the personal result of that. Johann Haidt calls it the phone-based life, and it's basically put our nervous systems into a constant, low-grade fight-or-flight mode. We're reacting to every single ping, every notification, like it's a threat.
And you know, the engine that's driving this whole machine, it actually has a name: surveillance capitalism. It sounds a little scary, and it kinda is. This is the whole economic model where companies aren't just collecting your data, they're using it to predict and even shape what you're gonna do next, all for profit. In this system, you're not the customer. Your attention is the product being sold.
Okay, so we've got the clinical diagnosis, but what does all of this actually feel like? You know, day in, day out. For that, it's time for a vibe check. Let's step away from the nonfiction and look at how fiction writers are capturing the emotional reality of living with a totally fractured attention span.
I mean, really think about it. What does it feel like when your brain is forced to process an entire world's worth of information every single hour? What's it like to be scrolling and see a hilarious video of a cat and then right below it an update on some global tragedy? It's whiplash, right?
Well, literature gives us two really powerful pictures of this feeling. On the one hand, you have this deep urge to just escape, to check out completely. That's what the novel My Year of Rest and Relaxation is all about, this dark, kind of funny desire to just turn everything off. And then you have the other reaction, the fractured mind. The book No One Is Talking About This is brilliant because it's written to feel like you're scrolling a timeline. It's totally disjointed, it's funny, and then bam, out of nowhere, it's just completely heartbreaking.
All right, so we've got the diagnosis, we've done the vibe check on how it feels. It's a bit bleak, I know. So where do we go from here? I mean, checking out for a year probably isn't an option for most of us. So let's talk about a prescription, a simple antidote we can use to start reclaiming our focus. And listen, the answer isn't another productivity hack. It's not a new app or a fancy planner. The real antidote to a world that's built to distract you is actually something incredibly simple, and maybe even a little radical these days: single tasking. Just doing one thing, and only one thing, at a time. You know, reading a physical book is like an act of rebellion. It forces you to do the one thing our world is engineered to stop you from doing: maintaining deep, sustained focus. So here's a little challenge for you. Step 1, choose a physical book. You know, paper and ink. Step 2, put your phone in another room. Seriously, this is the most important part. And step 3, just read for 30 minutes. Look, it's not going to solve all the world's problems, but it might just be enough to quiet that buzzing in your head for a little while.
And that's really the whole idea here. The goal isn't to give you one more thing to do. It's about taking some of the noise away. So I'm just going to leave you with this question to chew on. When you're done here, what's the one thing, just one, that you'll give your complete, undivided attention to today?